Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you're looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, you've come to the right place. We're opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, keep watching and we'll show you exactly how it all works. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that you want to play. Most of our series will have 8 spots representing the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance to win memorabilia at an awesome value. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune in to the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you'll see your name appear on the screen when your break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer, and the order will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that show's dice roll number. After randomization, the list of names of people who bought spots in that live break will be matched up with an NFL division. If the item that's pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations! You just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia at a fraction of the cost. Want to guarantee yourself an item instead of testing your luck? Check out the mystery box tab of our website for a variety of mystery box options. When you buy a mystery box, we'll ship it straight to your door, and some can be opened on air at your request. While you're there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Club Rewards program. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, and prizes each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you've been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Ultimate Autographs live break room as our screens in the background here get adjusted.
Don't mind me.
That's my bad, actually. I should have done that. I was here a lot earlier.
Caught us in pre-production
in the day. Yeah. But welcome on this Saturday morning, this Memorial Day Saturday morning to you. Memorial Day will be this Monday, and it's a chance for everyone to honor our fallen heroes who have served over the years.
Yep.
And it is also considered the official beginning of summer.
Summer as well.
And summer in Chicago, there's no place like it. That being said, there's going to be a party in here this Saturday. With a new weekend warrior, the Indy 500 will take place this weekend as well. And we are going with that theme for the weekend warrior here. The Indy 500 weekend warrior, 3 custom speed flexes in there, a lot of jerseys, a baseball bat featuring 2 of the icons of the sport in that home run, the famous home run chase. But before we get to all that, Rob, how are you doing on this Saturday morning?
Can't say I'm having a bad night, my friend. I'm of course.
Well, I hope you're not having a bad night because it's 9 a.m.
I was gonna say, well, it's not. Yeah, well, okay, good call there. But again, late night last night, going into a very exciting morning. Now we're getting our engines started, revved up and early, so I'm excited to be here with you as always. Always looking forward to some very intricate sports conversation. But again, this weekend warrior for the Indy 500 is going to be really, really awesome to dive into. Something at least that I have never seen before.
Yeah.
For not just a weekend warrior, but any series that we're rewarding you guys for. Chinmay is going to go into that once he goes through his rundown and describes all that for you guys. But come on, a night after a big White Sox win, a great NBA playoff game last night for the OKC and the San Antonio Spurs, which, by the way, Game 2 peaked at over 12 million viewers, the most ever for a conference finals game. I'm interested to see where the viewership was last night. And then I have a couple of graduation parties to head to today because it's graduation and wedding season.
Yeah.
Like you said, Memorial Day weekend honoring all of our fallen troops. And then, of course, we end up having the start of summer as well. So, you know, we're peaking in all sorts of ways here. I hope
we're doing good on this Saturday morning.
Very good,
and let's get things started here. Set up the show with our dice roll. Looks like the boys last night at midnight rolled an 8. I'm going to guess 9, as I always have in 2026. Rob, do you have a guess for us on this Saturday morning?
You know what? For once, I'm not going to. For once, I am going to piggyback you. I'm going to copy this one. 9 runs for the amount of runs we scored in the 4th inning last night.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
It's a 5. 5 is not going to do it. It has to be 6 or higher. 7. 7 is going to be our dice roll for this show.
Sounds good, my friend.
As far as the chase wheel spin goes, I usually don't spin the wheel at 9 a.m. And I'm not going to do that here. We have one very compelling series with the Weekend Warrior Indy 500. So that is going to be the chase. And I am a generous person by nature. So I will have a second wheel spin. We have only 3 boxes left in the multi-sport mixer with a John Smoltz license jersey, Wade Boggs, the secondary headliner. So we're going to have 2 chases, one for the Weekend Warrior and then one for the multi-sport. So if you get into the multi-sport and you get in the Weekend Warrior, you could be going home with 2 wheel spin amounts here. And I will go through those series in just a moment. Let's see where we're at here on the break page. And we'll start with this Indy 500 Weekend Warrior mixer. We are 6 to go in that single. And this is something that is going to be interesting for Rob to deal with here and for me to deal with the rest of the day. But basically, every spot that gets bought into in this Weekend Warrior comes with some level of store credit. So if you're the first person to buy into a break, you'll get $25 off your spot. If you're the second person to buy into the break, you'll get $20 off your spot. If you're the third person to buy into the break, you'll get $15 off your spot. 4 through 6, $10 off your spot. 7 through 8, $5 off your spot. So basically, in this single box, if you're the first person to buy in, instead of paying $96, you're effectively paying $71. The second spot, if instead of paying $96, you're effectively paying $76, because you're getting that money back in store credit. How they came up with these amounts, I have no idea. If we don't assign the store credit to you right away, I promise you, we will assign it. We're getting to it. Assigning store credit to multiple people takes a little bit of time here.
It's going to take a little time, yeah.
That being said, there's some awesome stuff in this series. 4 custom speed flexes. I stand corrected. I had originally said 3, I believe. It's 4 custom speed flexes. Drew Brees, Jordan Love, Tom Brady, and then Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, that Colts tight end.
Yeah.
Don't see him a ton in the break room, but Tyler Warren on that custom speed flex, nice to see there. Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire on the same baseball bat. That is a piece of history right there. Nick Kurtz having a phenomenal season with the Athletics. He's a break room regular as well. He's on the baseball bat. Bo Jackson on the White Sox jersey. You know that Rob wants to see that.
That's why I showed up today.
Juan Soto on the Nationals jersey, and I believe there's a 2019 World Series champions inscription on the jersey.
Oh, nice.
For Juan Soto. Karl Anthony Towns potentially going to be playing in the NBA Finals. The Knicks have a 2-0 lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Towns on the jersey also available. And then Mike Trout on the baseball and Chipper Jones, the Hall of Famer, also on the baseball. He has the Hall of Fame 18 inscription on there as well. Plenty of great stuff in this Weekend Warrior. We hope you buy in. We hope you get your store credit. And we hope you get what you're looking for here in this break. Secondary headliners, Amari Stoudemire, Lawrence Taylor, and Kurt Schilling. I'm interested to see what Amari Stoudemire will be on. Will it be a jersey? Will it be a basketball? Let's see. The other chase wheel spin is the multisport. Multisport, only 3 boxes left in that multisport. 5 to go in that single box. John Smoltz on the licensed jersey. Still available in the headliner section. And then Wade Boggs, secondary headliner, available as well. We'll see who the hidden gem is in that third and final box. As far as the speed flexes and helmets go, that wild card full-size helmet mixer is probably the one you want to target. Still have Jamar Chase on that retro Bengals lid. Patrick Mahomes on the, looks to be the authentic. Julio Jones on the custom speed flex. Dan Marino on the speed flex. You can double up Dan Marino with Rob Gronkowski and even Breece Hall. There's a potential triple up there in the AFC East with Breece Hall, Rob Gronkowski, and Dan Marino. Breece Hall just signing an extension with the Jets, hoping to be part of that team for a while to come. You can also double up Jamar Chase on that speed flex with TJ Watt on the Authentic in the AFC North. So plenty of double up opportunities here in the wild card full-size mixer. There's also a fun little gimmick with this one. There's 15 playing cards that are dispersed throughout the boxes. If you get a wild card, that's a box that includes a full-size helmet, a mini helmet, and a jersey. If you get a yellow card, that card value is multiplied by 10 to give you store credit. So if the card is a 10, you would get $100 in store credit. If there's a red card, you will get a wheel spin and multiply the value of the card by that wheel spin. So say it's a 3 and I spin 100, you would get $300 in store credit. Draw 4, you get 4 free jersey spots. And that'll be issued basically in store credit. So technically it's 4 free jersey spots, but you could use it in another spot. It would just be $124, $125, I believe, in store credit.
Correct.
If there's a 0 card, you get $100 in store credit. And if you get a reverse card, you get to swap your item for a replacement helmet. I believe there are 2 different replacement helmets available in the break room for you guys. 2 spots to go in that single. Fatal Top Chef saying, I'm real tempted on a buyout for this. Well, 2 spots, so take your chance.
Yeah, Taylor, what's going on, man? I mean, are you a big fan of Uno?
I'm a huge Uno fan.
Yeah?
Played a lot of Uno growing up. And I think one of the most fun things is actually 2-person Uno. Because the skips and the reverses
Go crazy.
So 2-person Uno is very underrated.
Are you a big stacker?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't usually play stacks. At least when I grew up in my house, you weren't allowed to stack +2s, +4s, and go back and forth with that.
We stack. We don't stack the wilds. So if you draw 2 and then you draw 2, you draw 4. But if you were to play a draw 2 and then a wild draw 4, you wouldn't draw 6.
One draw.
You would
6.
only draw 4.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So no, the wild is not stacked, but the other cards, the draw 2s are stacked.
Yeah, honestly, speaking of things that don't make sense, dude, this Uno series, obviously, like Chinmay said, very, very close to closing out this first single and having our first break of the day. But the amount of items that we have left, again, 13 boxes and 8 headliners, and not just any headliners. I mean, we're talking about Jamar Chase, Patrick Mahomes, Julio Jones, Gronkowski, Marino. I mean, some of the biggest and best names in all of sports in that Uno series. Yeah, and you have pretty close to a 60% chance of obtaining one of those headliners. And if you don't, guess what? Chances are you're probably getting one of those Uno cards.
You're getting some compensation back in the form of store credit, definitely. I do want to highlight, because Patrick Mahomes is in this series, Patrick Mahomes, often a giveaway in the break room. Again, Tom Brady is obviously the pinnacle of sports memorabilia, but Patrick Mahomes is a very close second.
Right underneath, yeah.
Mahomes coming off an injury in last season late in I believe it was week 16. No, it was week 17 that he suffered the injury, but it was like a Thursday game. Or no, he suffered the injury in week 16, didn't play in week 17 because it was that ACL injury. But the NFL schedule released a few weeks ago, and the Broncos are playing the Chiefs on Monday night to open things up, which tells me that the league believes that both Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes will be healthy to go for that Monday night game. Again, nothing confirmed, but you don't put 2 primetime teams with injured quarterbacks in prime time to open the season if you don't believe that those 2 guys are going to play. So, Rashee Rice's problems notwithstanding, Patrick Mahomes enters sort of unfamiliar territory for the Chiefs. They missed the playoffs last year. They are not as dominant as they once were. Teams sort of have maybe not figured them out, but have adjusted to what the Chiefs did well. They've lacked some of their weapons. Their defense slipped a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Where do you see Patrick Mahomes coming back as he enters sort of the early 30s of his career after having a blistering start to his career? He's kind of faded a little bit over the last few seasons, but still remains one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league from a talent standpoint. Where do you see Patrick Mahomes if we believe that he will come back week 1 for this upcoming season?
Yeah, definitely. Well, before I address Patrick, I want to address his teammate that you just mentioned, and Rashee Rice, and the great words of Stephen A. Smith: "Stay off the weed."
Yeah.
Duh. I'm sorry, but very Rashee, if you're out there, you don't know where I live, so I can say this confidently. Very moronic for something as simple as a weed charge to get you tossed in jail for 30 days. Hopefully he comes back, he makes smarter decisions, because it's not just Patrick Mahomes that is, of course, he is the heart and the soul of that Chiefs offense. Of course, Andy Reid alongside of that as well. But the ancillary pieces, which is why when Mahomes grew to prominence in 2018, 2019, especially that first Super Bowl run in 2019, Tyreek Hill, a prime Travis Kelce, because he had such dynamic offensive weapons, he can have replaceable guys like that again. And not only could he have guys like that in Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, as we just mentioned, Travis Kelce, whatever you get out of Travis Kelce, I still expect him to be a very legitimate red zone target. But Kenneth Walker, adding him to that offense as well, is going to make life a lot easier for Patrick Mahomes. So now circling back to him, I think that Patrick is not going to be the guy who is currently the all-time leader in yards per game in NFL history. I think he's around 315, 317 for what he averages for his career. I think it's going to take him a number of weeks, truthfully, to start to get adjusted back to NFL play. Not to say that he's going to be bad in any way, but he's going to be a little bit he's going to be a little rusty coming back into the fold. But I expect the Chiefs to be at the very top of the food chain in the AFC because of Patrick Mahomes. Do I expect him to come back and win league MVP? I do not. However, I do expect him to finish top 5, top 3, and very similar type of Mahomes' production, but I do think it is going to take him a little while before we start to see vintage, because, I mean, again, the no-look throws, the incredible off-balance throws, those are the ones that I want to see from Patrick Mahomes. The plays that he makes outside of the pocket, he can make any type of throw on any day of the week inside of it, but those incredible rollouts that he has on the move, especially creating with his legs. The most underrated part of Patrick's game has been over the last number of years. People probably forget a lot last year, Chinmay, with Mahomes. He was the team's leading rusher at the time of his injury last year. He led the Chiefs in rushing yards. His legs were a vital part of their offense last year. So now I'm curious as to see, is Andy Reid going to do what he can to contain him more in the pocket, again, with the addition of Kenneth Walker, so they can keep him upright and more healthy? Or is Patrick going to be healthy enough to still have that dynamic part of his game? So I think that'll be interesting. For me, I still see them as a legitimate contender because as of right now to this very moment, I do not see a clear-cut favorite in the AFC. But I do think the Chiefs are in that first tier of teams that I could see coming out. So
interesting. Yeah, I think we saw the Chiefs kind of go away from airing things out a little bit with their personnel. They leaned a little bit on the run game, even though they didn't have great running backs. I think Kenneth Walker changes things a lot for them in terms of establishing a run game. But I could see a scenario where Patrick Mahomes starts throwing the ball a lot more. Maybe it's not sort of the deep shot stuff. But I do see him throwing the ball a little bit more, working through some combinations, getting some of these guys up to speed, and hoping that he can have his full complement of weapons as he begins this 2026 season.
Go on. I was just going to say one final thing on that, dude.
Go ahead.
I think he's right now FanDuel projections wise for MVP. I think he's 4th. So what does that tell you as well, right? They expect him to clearly play a bulk, if not the entire season, outside of obviously the Monday night opener against Denver. I think that's a little rich, in my opinion, especially with the greatness. I mean, we are so spoiled at the quarterback position. You can make a case for, honestly, if you and I went division by division, we could truthfully make a case for at least one quarterback in each division in the NFL this upcoming year to have an MVP case.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I agree. I think there will still be obviously a little bit of that Chiefs nostalgia to kind of buy into, but the talent is certainly there. And I think Mahomes could have that season, not necessarily an MVP level season, but a very solid campaign. I don't know what the I don't know what the criteria is for comeback player of the year, because technically he played basically the whole 2025 season. But if he's in the odds, or if he's in the odds table and being offered, I might have to look into potentially doing some comeback player of the year work for Patrick Mahomes. But he's available in this wild card full-size helmet break series, which, again, only 2 to go in that single box. And all it takes is one spot in that single to potentially land yourself Patrick Mahomes.
Well, they listen to you, my man, because we got our first break, that wild card single.
Okay.
So
I didn't even refresh.
It was funny when I was on air yesterday with Robbie. I think that happened maybe 4 or 5 times in one show where he's like, "Oh, this has got 2 to go. This has got 1 to go."
Yeah.
And as soon as he said it, the orders
Things
came in and it
closed out.
closed out. So
I do want to bring one thing to your attention while we get this set up.
Yes, please.
It seems like on the website, at least, and this is on the website, so all new customers, Memorial Day, May 18th through the 25th, so that is, today is May 23rd, so we're still within that window. All new customers use that code MD20 to get 20% off. And I believe there's also a first order discount. I don't know if it's on top of this or not. This may just be replacing that. But be sure to take advantage of that if you've tuned into the breaks before and you're seeing and you're looking to get in and you're wondering, should I hop in? When can I hop in? Use that discount code, and who knows, you may even get more store credit, right? So if you're in this Weekend Warrior and you buy in to start off a break, you get $25 back on top of your 20% off discount. So that $96 spot that we talked about all of a sudden is being whittled down to like $60.
Yeah.
So you could get some discounts here for yourself while also getting some great memorabilia. And again, 4 custom speed flexes in that Weekend Warrior, one of which is a Tom Brady.
No, it's a great call. Again, continue to stack on top of all of that store credit. Mm-hmm. And if you really want to add another layer to this cake here, we obviously have that Refer a Friend program for you guys that runs every single day. It runs, the rules stay the same. $100 order for your first time here. You get $50 off of that. Then the person that refers you gets $50 in return. All of course, in UA store credit. But then again, Chinmay, you get the 20% off.
Yep.
You can get the money back if you buy into the Weekend Warrior, and you can get $50 in store credit instantly on your first order of $100 or more. So it's a whole lot of coin.
Yeah. Wild card, this is wild card number 2, I believe. Even though it says wild card number 1 on the... Is it 1 or 2?
It should be... Oh, I don't know why it's 1. It should be 2. Sorry about that. Okay. There you go.
Wild card 2, Jill Labovitz, Will Warren, Douglas Skolberg, Rick Pickett, Christopher Gansecki, and Richie Gianasca. If you're in the chat, your break is coming up. Go ahead and give me a box number. We are 7 times around on the dice roll for this 9 a.m. show. So we'll go 7 times around as I wait for a box number.
Richie Gianasca. Sounds like somebody a part of the Soprano family. Don't know if I want to mess around with Reggie. Speaking of not messing around, since, of course, Chinmay and we have our Chicago ties. Shout out to Jill going with number 2. I'll grab
Jill
that.
going box number 2. Jill Labovitz, you've got the NFC North, AFC North, and AFC West. Christopher Gansecki, you've got the NFC South. Rick Pickett in the NFC East. Richie Gianasca is in the NFC West. Doug Skolberg in the AFC South. And Will Warren, Yankees pitcher, joining the Ultimate Autographs break room. He's in the AFC East. Box number 2 coming up in wild card number
Box
2.
number 2, indeed. I was just going to say, because speaking of the baseball side of things, as we have a lot of good baseball stuff we'll talk about in that Weekend Warrior. The Cubs making some big moves over the last 2 days. They were called now their top 2 position player prospects.
Okay.
Pedro Ramirez yesterday and Kevin Alcantara, their top outfield prospect, just got recalled today. Cubs in the middle of a 6-game slide. Did the White Sox break the Cubs is the real question going around Chicago after that Edgar Carroll walk-off. Now, if you want to talk about a great series for Chicago.
That was fun.
That was a fun one.
That was a fun time.
That is a reaction I need to show you. Hopefully we can get on the big screen at some point. I was here with big-time Cubs fan Tim Shaw last Sunday.
Okay.
That was fun. That was fun.
Box number 2.
Good luck.
Have your divisions. Good luck, everybody. Wild card number 2.
Speaking of great stories, man, Jill yesterday, and Ryan Manuel, if you're on here today, buddy, I hate to recall this for you. Jill yesterday did something, Chinmay, that I've never seen before. She had one spot against 7 Ryan Manuel spots, and guess what she got with that one spot? Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes authentic with one spot.
Okay.
Craziness.
Okay.
See if she's got more magic today.
This is not going to be Patrick Mahomes, but this is going to be a Joe Labovitz hit.
That's still magic.
And it's going to be a guy who is hoping to take down Patrick Mahomes from the edge rusher spot. It's TJ Watt.
Ooh!
On
Wow.
the Steelers Classic Authentic helmet. That is going to go to the AFC North. Jill Labovitz, congratulations. Box caller magic. You've got TJ Watt on the Authentic in wildcard number 2.
Jilly Bean, let's go. Shit, my bad, Ryan. Ryan, I was assuming you weren't an early bird, dude. My bad. I thought I was going to be okay to drop that little tidbit there. So, you did not hear what I was speaking of.
Yeah, we'll retroactively wipe that from the conversation.
You know what always helps with forgetting losing a 7-spot break? When you got 7 out of the 8 spots, Jack Daniels. That always helps me, especially with my my morning cereal. So, congrats, Jill. Indeed, says Rick. And come on, TJ Watt, a guy that led the league in sacks not once, not twice, but thrice. Only player to ever do that, which is crazy. Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
I mean, all-time great edge rushers. He is the only player to do that on 3 separate occasions. Truly one
TJ
of one.
Watt has the opportunity to be part of the Aaron Rodgers Memorial Tour, the retirement tour for Aaron Rodgers. TJ Watt will be on the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, this is his last season in the NFL. Does it end? Does it end in a Super Bowl? In his dreams, it definitely does.
I'm interested. What do you think I don't know if you've taken a look at it. If you had to guess what the Steelers' win total is, I'm assuming it's 9.5, 8.5. It's got to be one of the two.
It's going to be either. I actually think it might be lower than that.
Really?
Okay. Because the Bengals were favored in a lot of their games, which means their win total will probably be higher. Okay. And the Ravens will be coming in with a new coach. So I actually think the Steelers might be. I think they might be 7.5. But you can double check that for me, and we can get into a discussion here. But yeah, TJ Watt, one of the most consistent edge rushers, one of the most feared edge rushers, a guy who has so many times bailed the Steelers out, mostly with their poor offense. But he has been a force on that defense for a long, long time.
Oh, you ain't lying.
And talk about, a franchise has produced some all-time great defensive players. TJ Watt, right near the top of that list.
I'd say he's at the very top with, like Mean Joe Green, Troy Polamalu, players of that ilk. He's at the very cream of the crop, the top of the list. Speaking of the win totals, I'm shocked at how quickly I got this to pop up. Usually it takes me a little while. Steelers right now, so what it's set at for plus money at plus 100 on DraftKings, 8.5.
Okay, so 8.5 is plus.
Yeah, if you want to take
the over.
If you want to sip a little bit of juice at minus 160, it's 7.5.
Okay.
Which honestly, I wouldn't lay juice for the Steelers. But if you're somebody out there that really believes in the steel curtain, or you want to parlay that into something big as a future.
Yeah, so the under on 7.5 would be plus money.
Plus 130.
Okay, and the over on 8.5. So you're landing basically at 7 or 8 wins.
Which
is what you're thinking for the Steelers. I think that's a fair argument to make. They did add Michael Pittman Jr. They did bring Rodgers back. They did have Rico Dowdle as well for the running game.
Addition. Yeah.
So I think they do have a compelling case for skill players around Aaron Rodgers. It's just a question of what kind of Aaron Rodgers are they getting. Rodgers is still. I saw a pretty good article on this. Rodgers still obviously the mental aspect is top notch, right? It's just the physical tools have declined to this point.
Yeah.
He can no longer create on the run because he's no longer that mobile. He no longer has sort of the confidence to stand in the pocket long enough to wait for some of those windows to open up. But I do think the Steelers' offense will be better because DK Metcalf will have better one-on-one matchups with Michael Pittman underneath. Freiermuth is a very solid tight end. I think they lean on their run game a little bit more.
For sure.
I think I'll give the Steelers 8 wins. I'll give the Steelers 8 wins as a pretty solid baseline. I think they've just found a way to get to that point so consistently.
Yeah.
And they have enough veterans on their team to be prepared for that.
And say what you will about a guy like Mike McCarthy, and there's this odd narrative about Mike McCarthy that I fully
He's won a lot of games.
He's won a lot of games. He's a proven coach.
He's won a lot of games.
And again, this means a lot for McCarthy because, again, you've kind of seen NFL coaches over recent years that have stepped away from the game for a little bit, whether they've gone into, TV, whether they've stepped away from the game, and then they get reinvigorated with another opportunity to coach.
Yeah.
This isn't just another coaching opportunity for Mike McCarthy. Not only could this be his last, this is in his home state for the team that he grew up rooting for. Like, again, guys like Mean Joe Green, the Steel Curtain. This means everything to Mike McCarthy. This is Aaron Rodgers, like you said, his swan song, his last go-around. I think that the Steelers, despite the AFC North, on paper, projecting to be better this season. And you feel like it has to be. Baltimore had about as bad of a year relative to expectations that they could have last year. Cincinnati couldn't stop a nosebleed. Unfortunately, that's kind of been the theme. Can you keep Joe Burrow healthy? And can you actually prevent the other team from scoring on the defensive side of the ball?
With the addition could help that substantially.
They're clearly, obviously, trying to make improvements there, and that says a lot considering Cincinnati ownership. I'm not going to get into that. Sorry, Mike Martis, but we kind of know how notoriously cheap the Bengals have kind of been over the years. And then, of course, you have the Cleveland Browns, who are I like to view them as the Pittsburgh Steelers light, an even lighter offense and a defense that is better than the Steelers on the surface.
Yeah.
But then again, Pittsburgh, keep in mind, most expensive defense in the NFL going into 2026.
Okay.
Again, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I agree. I kind of have them in that 8 to 9 win realm.
Yeah.
Right around there. It's just hard with a 41, 42-year-old quarterback to really have that high of a ceiling. I think they peaked with their ceiling last year. So winning the division on a couple of down years, from Cincinnati and Baltimore, are you really going to bank on that again?
It's tough.
And it's like, I feel like, and I know Steelers fans, because I know Foog Donner, for example, he's a guy that comes in here, a big-time Steelers fan, and says, we want, to see opportunities for guys like Will Howard, and I'm sorry, who did they just draft out of Pitt?
Drew Aller.
Yeah, Drew Aller.
Penn State.
Yeah, so it's, just to give new guys an opportunity, and see what they have for the future.
We're on the cusp of several breaks closing here with 3 to go in that mini double. Again, Kyron Williams, Champ Bailey, Jerome Bettis, Michael Irvin, Warren Moon, Ricky Williams, all still available in those minis. Jerome Bettis on that Notre Dame mini with the Clover. That's a fun one there. 3 to go in that jersey single, and we still got plenty of headliners in the jerseys, including 2 of the best running backs currently in the game, Bijan Robinson and James Cook, still available in this jersey series. Lawrence Taylor, Deion Sanders, Michael Strahan, Ray Lewis, Mike Ditka, Ty Law, some of the great defenders of the past. Tim Tebow is still available in this jersey series, and that is, I believe that's a Broncos jersey, but I'm assuming somewhere that we have got Tim Tebow to sign a Florida Gators jersey or a Florida Gators helmet.
Yeah.
And there's a college series somewhere at UA where there's a Tim Tebow memorabilia item just lurking, waiting. And I will
hunt it down.
I will dream of the day where I am on the program that opens up that Tim Tebow item.
Speaking of,
for now, we'll have to settle for the Broncos jersey.
Well, I was going to say, for now, we've been kind of blessed with at least one college cult figure in Johnny Manziel. We've seen him a few times, you and I, on our shows. But yeah, it's time we're 2 spots away from that jersey single, even though it's on a Bronco. Hey, rest in peace to the great Demaryius Thomas. Obviously that all-time great connection, the highlight of Tebow's career. Yeah. Which, by the way, hey, look, I love Tim Tebow. I was a little young for Tebow mania, but again, going back, I do remember it. That's when I really started paying attention to football. Growing up, watching it was right around that time. Tebow mania was like something you had to be. To me, I'm much more of a basketball. That was like the equivalent to Linsanity. Yeah. With the overall level and praise that he had. So. That was the time to be alive, man. So.
I think there's just so much of like the big differentiators between like being a college quarterback and being a pro. Like there was a lot of difference between being a great college quarterback and being a great pro quarterback, and Tim Tebow kind of highlighted that to the extreme level, so to speak. Yeah. But I will say there were still signs that Tebow was starting to figure it out in the NFL. Obviously, when you have the chance to go get Peyton Manning, things change a little bit from your perspective as an owner and a VP of player personnel or whatever John Elway was at the time. But I do think Tim Tebow would have been a serviceable player. Maybe not, he obviously wasn't going to be a franchise quarterback, but a serviceable player. But yeah, him at Florida, those seasons are probably, like, if you had to rank the top 10 seasons of college quarterbacks ever, that the Tim Tebow second championship season with the Gators is probably one of those in the top 10.
Yeah, no, make no mistake about it. Now, I think you said it perfectly. There's a clear discrepancy when it comes to some guys, Chinmay, between the pro and the college level. And even mechanically, I think that was the one thing from Tebow that stood out immediately, was just his mechanics and his arm talent and arm strength. And there were some obvious concerns, of course, coming into the league about that. But I think one thing that clearly made up for it in the eyes of most was obviously his leadership and his character.
Yeah.
And again, I feel that same way. Now, look, I'm not putting these guys in the same boat, okay? But I do feel like a guy like Fernando Mendoza is kind of in the same ballpark, at least. I think Fernando Mendoza, of course, now it's a different thing. He's a 1-1 pick, and Tim Tebow clearly was not. But Fernando Mendoza talked about in a very similar light. Not a guy that is gifted with a lot of athletic greatness. He's a guy that's mobile, but he makes the right reads. But he's not blessed with this insanely great arm talent that we've seen from a lot of quarterback prospects, especially over the last number of years. But again, great character, great leader. Seems like he has an awesome head on his shoulders. He says and does all the right things, right? And I feel like that really made Tim Tebow so beloved, obviously outside of winning. But that was one of the biggest things that made Tim so beloved. So, and if you hear Tim Tebow talk, obviously for years now after the fact as a college analyst, the guy knows football. Like, he is a great analyst right now. So
he knows football.
Yeah. So just again, really, I mean, hell, when did he play in Florida? What was that, about almost 20 years ago now?
20 years. So he started 20 years ago. Yeah. So 06 was that first season that he had. Yep. But yeah, that 2008 season, again, one of the all-time great seasons for a quarterback. And Tim Tebow available in the jerseys, and I'm sure there's some Florida memorabilia lurking out there. Will Anderson also available in the jerseys. Will Anderson just got paid. Massive deal for the Houston Texans. Massive deal for Will Anderson. LaShawn McCoy and Roger Craig available, secondary headliners in that series. We just did a wild card single box with TJ Watt coming out, but we do have 3 to go in that wild card double box still. And again, double up opportunities exist, particularly in the AFC East. Rob Gronkowski, Dan Marino, and Breece Hall. You could actually triple up there with those 3. You can double up, obviously, with a hidden gem and a headliner. Still 5 hidden gems in the 12 boxes there. We got 7 headliners with 5 hidden gems. And we have 4 to go in that Weekend Warrior single. So let's knock some Weekend Warrior spots out. Let Rob give you some short credit and also unlock at least one Chase Wheelspin for you here on this 9 a.m. show. We are 1 to go. Correction, we are 1 to go in that wild card double. So who's going to close that out in that wild card double, and we can get some more great helmets out here on the table.
Yeah, 1 to go in both series, man. So it's exciting stuff. Again, we're looking to, at bare minimum, hit for the cycle. Get ourselves into a whole lot of different series here. Obviously, for those that are just tuning in, we started off with that great TJ Watt that you could see next to
1 to go in the jerseys as well, Yeah,
1 to go in the jerseys. Again, we already got the wild card, so that would be 2 series we could take down. Weekend Warrior, obviously, I expect to be popping throughout the day. This show with you and me, and then the next one at 12, and then so on and so forth throughout the rest of the day. Obviously, quick PSA for you folks out there. The Weekend Warrior is exactly how it sounds if this is your first time tuning into UA. This is a weekend exclusive series. Between now, of course, this show is the inception of the Indy 500 series until 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We're keeping our fingers crossed that it obviously doesn't stay around until then. But if for whatever reason it does, unfortunately, we've seen this happen multiple times with Weekend Warriors. It will carry over into the next weekend. Believe me, that is the last thing we want to have happen and the last thing you want to have happen. Because what happens is, Chinmay, if you end up being one of those folks who ends up having spots that are bought into the breaks, well, guess what? You have to wait an entire week until the following weekend just for a chance to see your break happen, and nobody wants to see that.
We talk a lot about value in the break room and value relative to your break spots. There is no practice squad currently in the room because there's minis in the room. So outside of the practice squad in terms of value, the Weekend Warrior is your best value because a custom speed flex, let's not even talk about the Brady speed flex. The Drew Brees speed flex and the Jordan Love speed flexes are 4 figures on the resale market.
Yeah.
For sure. To get a 4-figure speed flex for $96 is already a steal. But we're giving you store credit on that 96. So it's not even 96. It could be, 86. It could be $70. So you're getting substantial value on that speed flex, even if you were to buy in on that 96. It's not really 96. It's like $70, $80 because we're giving you that store credit back. Let's say you miss on some of these speed flexes. There's still some very compelling alternate stuff here in this Weekend Warrior. I immediately go, I always say this on our shows.
Yeah.
Every item here is not just a cool collector's item. It obviously is, right? It's a piece of sports history. There's no item that isn't a piece of sports history. And particularly for me, this McGuire Sosa bat, that is a piece of sports history. Everyone knows that great summer home run chase. Obviously, some things have happened since then that hopefully there has been a reconciliation for Sosa and the Cubs. So that's good to see. But that was one of the most compelling stories in baseball at the time. And not just in baseball, really in sports at the time.
Yeah.
And they've both autographed on this baseball bat. So that is one that I immediately go to as a piece of history. Juan Soto won the Nationals with the 2019 World Series.
Another piece of history.
Another great piece of history. The Nationals for so many years couldn't win a World Series despite adding all the star talent. And then the moment Bryce Harper leaves, they find a way to win a World Series.
One of the coolest, we're going to get to, just want to make this quick point, and then Reza Mike, what's going on, buddy? I'll get to that in just a quick second. One of the coolest things, Chinmay, and this is why whenever you hear about baseball, right, it's described as a 162-game marathon. And to not only win a marathon, but just to complete a marathon, it doesn't matter how your first, 5 or 10 miles go. It's about getting through for the full 26. That Nationals team at the end of May was 14 games under 500. But again, they finished strong. They were the hottest team in baseball. And like you said, huge collection of talent. They caught fire at the right time in October. And first World Series in Nationals franchise history since relocating to D.C.
Yeah. Rick saying, say what you want, but after the strike, McGuire and Sosa and that home run challenge brought back baseball. Yeah,
100% agree.
Absolutely.
100% agree.
Rob has made that point when we had McGuire and Sosa in the previous Weekend Warrior on different items. And I believe actually both of those bats had inscriptions on them.
Slam and Sammy.
Slam and Sammy, and then McGuire had I believe it was the A.L. Roy inscription.
Yeah.
So
he's never had Big Mac from what I've seen. But yeah, A.L. Rookie of the Year, yeah.
So they are getting there. They are leaning into that home run challenge. But absolutely, Rob made the point. They brought baseball back with that home run challenge after the strike during that famed summer. I see we have a wild card double break ready to go, and we are one to go in the jerseys. So Reza Mike 696 saying, I just bought a jersey spot for the first time. How does this work? So Reza, we're going to show you how it works with the wild card double here. So Rick Pickett, Chris Hove, Jill Labovitz, Taylor Strack, and Richie Gianasca. This wild card double number 7. Go ahead and give me 2 box numbers. So wild card number 7 double.
Yep.
Give me 2 box numbers.
Also, Reza, I just dropped
and
that.
This is a good way to kind of see how a break happens live.
100%. The best way by learning is by watching, my friend. However, if you want to simultaneously watch this again, it's very quick and easy to pick up on. But I did drop that link in there for you, which actually, hold on. Is that in your chat on your side? Because mine just...
It is.
Okay, cool. So it did go through. So if you want to click that link, Reza, it's a 2-minute description on YouTube. You can watch that. You're purchasing spots for an opportunity to win sports memorabilia. So what were the numbers my chat said?
Jill is called 14 and 26.
14 and 26.
And both are available.
Cool.
So those box calls, Reza, are from the ticker that's scrolling at the bottom. So Jill has called 14 and 26, and both are good. So I've taken those off the ticker now so they can't be called again. And now we'll randomize these names in our randomizer. We'll do it 7 times because that's the dice roll that we rolled at the beginning of the show. So 7 times around in the randomizer to put these folks in their respective divisions. Wild card, correct. So Rick Pickett, you've got the NFC North and NFC South. Chris Hove in the NFC East and NFC West. Jill Labovitz in the AFC North as well as the AFC West. Taylor Strack in the AFC South and Richie Gianaska in the AFC East.
Also, Reza, got to ask, how'd you hear about us?
How'd you hear about us, and who's your favorite team?
Yeah, perfect. And if you do decide to buy in a spot, my friend, use MD20. It's at the top of our break page. Get you 20% off of your first spot bought today.
We'll start with box 14. Box 14, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Wild card double number 7. A little bit lighter, but there's an Uno card in here.
Ooh. Like the sound of that.
So there is an Uno card, and I'll reveal the card in a second. But let's reveal the player. A guy who is expected to have a decent season this year and had caught fire at the end of last season, but has never quite fulfilled his potential. He's on the Atlanta Falcons, and he's their tight end. It's Kyle Pitts.
Nice.
On the replica helmet.
Oh, that's a nice replica, too.
Kyle Pitts on the old school...
It's a retro
Falcons replica helmet. That is going to be an NFC South hit. That is going to go to Rick Pickett. And Rick, you're getting some store credit your way because this is a 0 on the Uno card, and that means, I believe, $100.
Damn.
In store credit.
Wow.
Right? The 0 cards are $100 in store credit.
Hot.
So Rick Pickett, you are getting $100 in store credit, as well as this Kyle Pitts retro replica helmet.
Is Robin is blind? Yeah, that is 100 in store credit. You are correct, my friend. The retro rep for Kyle Pitts, and yeah, Chinmay hit the nail on the head with KP. 4th overall pick a number of seasons ago, the highest drafted tight end of all time. And again, we Beetlejuice all the time here in the break room. One way or another, it always rears its beautiful head. We talked about an all-time great Florida Gator in Tim Tebow, and of course we get the one of the highest drafted Florida Gators of all time in Kyle Pitts. So that's a very nice way to start us off.
We'll leave Pitts on the table.
That's a nice look. I love these retro looking Falcons
for the time being.
So Rick, spend this 100 responsibly, my friend. Spend it responsibly.
Box 26 coming up as well. Box 26 in this double. This box is a little bit heavier. A little bit heavier than the previous box. So we'll see if we'll get a speed flex out here. We're getting a speed flex, all right.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting a speed flex. I'm happy because this did not last for our good friend Rip Camelucci to pull, but he may see it because we may keep it out on the table the whole way. It's Dan Marino on the classic Miami Dolphins speed flex with a blue visor. It's hard to see in the it's hard to see in that camera.
Damn, that's
because the way the light is hitting off it.
That is.
But
nice.
It is a like sky blue visor almost on Dan Marino. That is going to go to Richie Gianaska in the AFC East. Richie, congratulations. You've got Dan Marino on the speed flex. This is really cool. I have not seen that visor on this helmet. And obviously the Dolphins top 3 color scheme in the NFL.
Well, you can also make an argument, which, by the way, great sniper spot,
We're just
Richie.
Florida people.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, this is the Florida break. So, wow, way to go, Richie, man. Again, sniper spot, 1 spot, and again, I know that Reza, you're still tuned in with us out there. Again, 1 spot for $232. Got a Dan Marino speed flex with the visor, worth well more than a $232 buy-in. Again, that's all it takes sometimes, just 1 spot here in the break. He said, let's go. Was really chasing that one. Shout out to you, Richie Rich. Sure,
Well done, Richie.
That's
Congratulations.
awesome, man. Way to go, buddy. Very cool.
Love to see it. Dan will stay out here on the table, obviously. And we are going right into that jersey break, which Reza is in. So we'll see. So Reza will be in this break now after seeing one go down. So Paula Miller, Gilbert Oldfield, Jamal Kleber, Jerry Schenkel, Michael Reza, Rick Pickett, Jose Garza. Jersey break number 13. So jersey break, hard count jersey.
Yep, so you're in this one, confirmed now, of course. So Michael,
Count jersey number 13.
So what's
Give me a box number?
Yeah, what's a good learning lesson here is, so you're about to see that chat right there. So like Chinmay described to you earlier, the numbers you see on the ticker, if you are in a break like you are in this one, if you are the first person to select a number, you can call a number. Yeah, and if we have the number available, that'll be the box that we pull out for you. Wow, what a great start, man.
Great start to this morning show. We got TJ Watt, Kyle Pitts, and Dan Marino.
Some great building
coming
blocks.
out in that wild card series.
All different types of helmets, too.
Yeah, all different types of helmets, a Speed Flex, an Authentic, and a Rep to start things out.
There's Taylor Strack. I knew you couldn't stay away for too long. Wild card has been popping. We already got that double going. We already got 6 spots.
I'll give this another 30 seconds or so. And again, if I don't see a number called, then we'll go to the wheel and we'll let the wheel decide what number we'll have in the jerseys here. But Michael is saying 7. So we don't have 7, right? We have 1 through 5, 8 through 11, 14 through 19. The numbers are scrolling on the ticker that you see below. It's going to be kind of hard to point. But yeah, you see that ticker. So the jerseys will be coming around in a little bit. 17, and we do have 17. So 17 is good to go. Appreciate it, Michael. So 17 is the jersey box number that we will do here. And we'll go to the randomizer now 7 times around as per the dice roll on this show. So Jerry Schenkel, you've got the NFC North. Paula Miller, you've got the NFC South. Michael Reza, you're in the NFC East. Rick Pickett, you've got the NFC West. Jamal Kleber has got the AFC North as well as the AFC East. Gilbert Oldfield has got the AFC South. And Jose Garza has got the AFC West. Box number 17, that was the box called. Kind of hard. I always...
Little faded.
This light is... No, but it was working fine last time. There we go. All right. You can make it 17.
It's blinding.
I gotta angle it a little bit. Box 17.
Fingers crossed for you, Michael. First break's always exciting. Hoping for an NFC East hit for you, buddy. I feel the same way about everybody else, by the way. I'm impartial.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
Well, it's not gonna be an NFC East hit.
Tough.
But this is going to be a guy who is very famous around these parts. It's the coach. It's Mike Ditka.
The coach.
On the Bears merch. That is going to be an NFC North hit. That is going to go to Jerry Schenkel. Jerry, congratulations. You've got Mike Ditka.
Badass.
On the autographed Bears jersey. I saw Mike Ditka once at an arena football game. Because he was the co-owner of the Chicago Rush. And Mike Ditka, believe it or not, I took the game program to Mike Ditka, and he was gracious enough to sign it.
Nice.
Mike Ditka is sitting in the stands with the common people, eating popcorn.
You're calling yourself a commoner?
I am very much a commoner because I was like 10 years old at the time.
A little commoner.
We are sitting in like the 200 level of the Allstate Arena. And Mike Ditka, I kid you not, is sitting in the 200 level, eating popcorn, just like minding his own business, doesn't care at all, knowing the kind of persona that he is in Chicago. It was unbelievable. But Jerry, congratulations. Mike Ditka on the jersey heading your way.
It's actually a very cool story. I never heard that one, man. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you were able to enjoy your. Hopefully, he enjoyed his popcorn. You enjoyed that program. You still got that program?
I have to find it.
Okay, but it's
been a minute. It's been
no,
almost 2 decades.
I was gonna say, but that was before that Packer fandom grew.
No, I mean, look, I'm a Packers fan, right? But as you know, like I have a LaDainian Tomlinson jersey, so I'm a sports fan as well.
Respect.
So when I see great sports items in the room, I naturally gravitate toward them. Like this Dan Marino on that with that visor just pops a little bit more. Like I'm not gonna say no to receiving a Dan Marino Speed Flex, right? Like I may be a Packers fan, but I'm gonna get an autograph from Mike Ditka.
That's also a great learning lesson for, again, Jerry, I'm sure you've played here in the break room before on one, but just for an example, this is a great currency, as Rip likes to say, a lot of the time as well. If it's a item that you are like, hey, I wasn't chasing for this one, but I'm gracious to receive it, you can trade it with people in and outside of the community. Obviously, you can, whatever community or market you want to trade or move this into as well. So it's another great thing about UA. But we did actually just get a big-time order, as you're about to see in the live break sheet, my friend. Ryan Manuel said, you know what, Rob? You know how I'm going to cure my PTSD?
Oh.
He's getting his lick
wild
back.
Card double. Okay.
He closed it out. Final 5 spots.
Cool. Wild card double. This will be double number 8. So we'll get that set up for you here.
You know what they say the best way to cure a hangover is? Get up and start drinking again. Get back on that damn horse.
I will not be hungover.
Oh.
But I will be drinking a lot tomorrow because Arsenal have won the Premier League for the first time in 22 years.
Oh, wow.
And Rob may know this place, but the Globe Pub in Chicago or on Irving Park Road, that is the official Arsenal bar.
Really?
I've been there many times over the years.
I did not know that.
See Arsenal play. But yeah, doors officially opening at 7 a.m.
There you go.
Let's get the party started. Let's see the boys raise that Premier League trophy. And let's chant away. We don't have the added pressure of having to win to actually win the Premier League. Man City took care of that for us on Tuesday with a draw. So no pressure now. It's just going to be good times all around. Feel free to join if you feel so compelled to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
I will be. Was that the? Obviously, that's sick. Waking up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. That's only for UA purposes for me on the weekends.
Okay.
But Michael, yeah. So when you say that's the only chance that you had, yes, for that particular
break, yes.
Yes, because you bought into a single. Now, if you buy into a double or a quad, that means that 2 boxes come out for the double, 4 boxes come out for the quad. Ryan's going to go with 9 and 19. I got you on that. So, for example, Michael, this break you're about to watch in this series is a double. So that's why Ryan called out 2 box numbers, and you're about to see 2 boxes get opened
both
up.
are available. So 9 and 19 both available. So those are valid box calls. So we will pull 9 and 19. We'll go to the randomizer here 7 times around. In the randomizer, wildcard double number 8. Jill Labovitz, you've got the NFC North. Ryan Manuel, you've got the NFC South, NFC West, AFC North, AFC South, and AFC West. Taylor Strack has got the NFC East. And Rick Pickett has got the AFC East. We'll start with box number 9. Yep, you're in that Mahomes spot, Ryan.
Yep.
You're in that Mahomes spot.
I was going to say, Ryan, again, I don't have a dog in this race, okay? But I'm not going to say he got screwed because the break room is all even and fair, but
yeah,
I'm pulling for you, buddy. I'm pulling for you.
Your luck in the long run will eventually even out if you get into enough breaks.
Damn right.
We've seen that happen.
Damn right. No more snipers. Nope, duck and cover, Ryan. You're the sniper today.
This was box 9. Box 9, we've got... This is going to be... Going to Ryan Manuel. We have a similar helmet on the table, actually. Because it is a retro.
Oh.
But it's a retro Speed Flex here. This is a little bit better, though. It's Julio Jones on the custom Speed Flex. That is going to be an NFC South hit. That is going to go to Ryan Manuel. Ryan, congratulations. You see the Kyle Pitts retro rep lid. This is a retro custom Speed Flex. You got some ripped Ripped Falcons, like Silver Lightning type of stuff. It's actually Red Lightning, but on a silver helmet.
Red Lightning.
But something going on. I think Julio Jones should be called Red Lightning.
I'm not opposed to it.
That's a good nickname for him.
You know, we gotta get
custom Julio Jones Speed Flex headed your way here, and you may not be done. This is only the first box of this double box break.
We got to get Julio in house to approve of that. So
Yes.
I do like that. I
Yes.
have not seen a Falcons custom like that with the Red Lightning, and Ryan's still in search of that Patrick Mahomes, and understandably so. But very, very nice. So
Ryan, we'll write this up for you here, and we'll see if Ryan can double up or if somebody else is going to be a winner in this break.
the wild card's still moving and grooving quite a bit.
As expected,
That
lots of
Mahomes
great
still
stuff
out
in
there, yeah.
Julio obviously will be staying on the table. Move him over to center stage.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, we're just past our first hour here in the morning at UA. We already got 4 lids on the table.
Box 19, second box.
Julio.
Second box in this break. First box we had Julio Jones. See what we got in here. I see an Uno card in here as well, so this is probably not going to be a big-time Mahomes speed flex. It is going to be a pretty solid player, though. A guy who people my age will remember growing up and watching football.
Okay.
It's London Fletcher
Ooh.
on the Buffalo Bills rep, the old school Buffalo Bills rep. That is going to be an AFC East hit, and that is going to go to Rick Pickett. But Rick, we've got an Uno card here for you.
Not done.
And you know what it is? It's an Uno reverse card, and that means that you're allowed to swap this
Oh, shit. Okay.
with a different London Fletcher helmet.
Oh.
And I see the London Fletcher helmet in the corner, so I'm gonna go on and bring that here. But Rick, if you're in the chat, let me know if you want the Bills London Fletcher helmet or you want this alternate London Fletcher helmet
Wow.
that we will present to you in just a second.
Sophie's choice. Okay.
Yeah, this is a little bit better than that.
Very true. Two really
Yeah, it's the other one.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. I haven't seen him on this. I have not seen him on a Rams. There you go.
Yeah, so the Rams lid here, this is going to be your alternate option, Rick. And we'll pop it out of the box.
Well, this is a first. This is
So
a
this
first.
is also a London Fletcher helmet. And you have the option, you have the option, Rick. So this is also London Fletcher.
Both replicas.
Both reps, but one's on the Rams, one's on the Bills. London Fletcher, obviously one of the all-time great linebackers in the league. Played in the late 90s, early 2000s. Super Bowl champion as well with
Yeah.
the Rams. So if you want that Super Bowl championship sort of luster, you can get him on the Rams lid. But those
Yep.
are your two options, Rick. So let me know. I'll keep both on the table here until we get another break. But you'll be getting the option to switch the London Fletcher helmet. You can have either the Bills one or the Rams one.
And you said that that was the reverse card?
Blue reverse card, yes. Blue reverse card.
Now, if you were Rick, which one would you pick if it was up to you? If it was your card.
So I'm not a fan of either team, so that has gone out the window. I honestly think I probably like the Bills a little bit more, just because of that retro logo. There's a lot more going on this Bills aesthetically, but that Super Bowl sort of championship with the Rams, that could sway things as well. I'd probably lean Bills, but again, Rick will, and Rick is still thinking. All right, sounds good, Rick. Yeah, no problem. Take your time. No rush per se.
Oh, we got another wild card double to get into. We're not messing around.
Okay.
Taylor bought the last 6 spots.
Whoo. All right, so Rick, I'm gonna put both of these away, but you let me know at the end which helmet you want, and we can make the swap.
Rick, in terms of value, they're both the same, in my opinion. But in terms of aesthetics, I like the retro Bills look a little bit better. That's just my 2 cents than I do the other Rams. So that's one that I would lean towards. I also don't think that we get nearly as many retro Bills as we do retro Rams lids here in the room.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going with the Bills. There you go. Seeing the value is the same.
All right.
Good man.
Going
Good
with
man.
the Bills. Very cool. So London Fletcher on the retro Bills lid, heading Rick Pickett's way.
So that wild card double is now ready.
Just gonna write that up real quick.
Yeah, take your time. And Mike, 3-21. So I saw that you bought into that jersey double. So for you there, Mr. Reza, let's see where that jersey double is at. So there's still 7 other spots that need to be bought into for that jersey double, my friend. So once that break ends up happening, I will let you know.
All right, London Fletcher on the Bills lid. That is going to be going to Rick. All right, you said we have another wild card double. All right, wild card double. This is wild card double number 9. So wild card double number 9 get you guys in this. Still, that Mahomes Speed Flex and the Jamar Chase Speed Flex and the Mahomes, I believe that's a Mahomes Authentic.
Yeah, clips.
Mahomes Authentic still available among the headliners here. So wild card double number 9. Give me 2 box numbers, please.
Still got that Gronkowski and Breece Hall double up opportunity.
That's still possible. Jill is saying 25 and 29. 25 is available, 29 is available, so both valid box calls. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Jill, as always. Good morning, Tanya. What's going on, girl? Good to see you. Okay, so for a jersey break, we had, are you referring to jersey number 13?
Did have jersey 13. That was Mike Ditka.
Yeah, that was Jerry
Won by
Schinkel.
Jerry, yeah.
Now, let me see if Tanya was in that, if there was one further back. Okay, so Tanya was not in that break. So,
No.
Tanya, feel free to just drop your order number, and I can look that up for you.
All right, so 25 and 29. Go 7 times around on the randomizer here for wild card double number 9. Rick Pickett, you've got the NFC North. Taylor Strack, you've got the NFC South, as well as all the AFC spots and the NFC West. And then Jill Labovitz has got the NFC East. So it's Rick, Jill, and Taylor. Oh, a friend of Tanya's was in it.
Okay.
Friend of Tanya's.
And who is this? Jamel. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did get 2 spots.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jamel did not win.
Box 25. It's weekend double, but Jamal was in there. Did get a couple spots.
What do we got?
Okay. Well, it's funny because I don't know if Jill has. I'm sure Jill has some items of this guy as a Cowboys fan.
I know she does.
But she's gonna get more.
Oh, no. Another one?
It's George Pickens.
Dude, she's on a heater.
On
Holy
the
shit.
Cowboys lid. That is going to be going to Jill Lavitz, our Cowboys fan, in the NFC East.
Wow.
Jill, congratulations. George Pickens headed your way on the authentic.
The cowboy finds the
classic
cowgirl.
authentic. Yeah.
Jill, I know you have some GP3 memorabilia, but do you have one on this retro authentic lid for the Dallas Cowboys. That's beautiful, man. That is a great looking lid.
I don't even know if you can call it retro. They wear this so often
They
now.
do. So, man, that is nice, though. Good looking lid. Not too bad for a number 2 wide receiver to have 1,500 yards in the season.
Yeah, and you know, George Pickens really opened up that offense a lot for them. It took some time for them to get going. It really did with Dak Prescott and George Pickens. But I will say that that Cowboys offense looks awfully compelling. If they can figure out things on the defensive side of the ball, they could be a contender here coming up in 2026.
No lies detected.
We're going to keep Pickens on the table. And if we pull some other stars out here soon, some potential decisions will have to be made as far as what stays on the table. Box 29 coming up. This will be the second box, and Jill actually does not have that one in particular.
There you go.
So very cool, very cool. Glad we could provide something unique here for you, Jill. Box 29, the second box of this wild card double. Will we see Chase? Will we see Mahomes? Will we see Gronk? Will we see Breece Hall? Or will we see a hidden gem?
The possibilities are endless.
There's no Uno card in here. It's not going to be a hidden gem.
That's a good sign.
As tempting as it is to want to spike this helmet, I will not be doing that. It's Rob Gronkowski on the Patriots Authentic. That is going to be an AFC East hit, and that is going to go to our man Taylor Strack. Taylor, congratulations on Rob Gronkowski, the classic Patriots Authentic here, headed your way.
Gronky Gronk, beautiful. One of the best tight ends of all time. Still to this day, the single season leader for touchdowns in a season for tight ends with 17 of them things. One of, if not the best red zone target in Tom Brady's career. That tells you everything you need to know about the rapport, their connection. I mean, for God's sakes, the guy got off of his couch, sent in some workout videos, throwing some shorts and some flip-flops, had some workout videos, got himself back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pretty much.
Got himself another ring at the end of his career. So, awesome stuff for Jill and Taylor. So, unfortunately for my guy, Rick, again, he said congrats to you both. Great sportsmanship as always from my guy, Mr. Pickett. But 2 different winners. Love to see it.
Yep. And that's sometimes, that's how it goes in the break room. You win some, you lose some. Rick has already been a winner today. But congrats, Jill. Congrats, Taylor. And it is going to be, we'll see, because we still got Jamar Chase and Patrick Mahomes in that break. So we'll see if things keep moving here with this wild card double. I'm going to write this up here for Taylor real quick. We're 3 to go in that Weekend Warriors single box. And I just want to highlight that because you get store credit for every spot that you buy into, regardless of where you buy in. It pays to buy in a little bit earlier with the store credit, but if you buy in at some point, you will get store credit back. And if we do get at least one Weekend Warrior break done, we will unlock a wheel spin for you guys. And I do want to be able to unlock at least one wheel spin for you guys.
So John, shout out to John Strack, just got brought that Weekend Warrior down to 3, and then Taylor got the Strack brothers going at it here this morning. Brought that double down to 4 in the wild card.
Okay.
And then Ryan Manuel said, screw you guys, I'm getting the last 4 in the double. So, damn, Ryan really wants that Patty Mahomes. Fingers crossed to you, buddy. We got another double, Chinmay.
Well, we're continuing to run with this double.
We're hot.
So I will oblige. Let's, we got some space. Well, we can move things around here.
Metaphorically, of course, John. Speaking metaphorically.
We have some space, so we'll move some things around here. That fits very nicely here. So wild card double. Wild card double. That is going to be wild card double number 10. So wild card double number 10.
Okay, so what I'm probably going to do at this point, I'm going to take down the quad.
Yeah, because we would only have 4 boxes left after this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think no one has bought into the quad, right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, then I think that's fair to take it down.
Yep, quad is now down, so we're going to rock out singles and doubles.
Yeah, so we'll probably rock out. Has anyone bought into the single?
Yes.
All right, so people have bought into the single, which means that after this double, we will only have one more double. And then we would have 2 singles to close things out.
Correct. Yeah, I support the habit. I just want that love helmet. Yeah, you and Shin may want to feel the love.
Wild card double number 10.
And John, we're now 2 away from that Indy 500.
Cool. So wild card double number 10. Give me 2 numbers. Rick Pickett, Jill Lauvitz, Taylor Strack, and Ryan Manuel. Ryan is saying 13 and 27. 13 is available. 27 is available. Both valid box calls. So 13 and 27 are good. To the randomizer we go.
Let's see where we end up here.
Taylor Strack, you've got the NFC North as well as the NFC South. Ryan Manuel, you've got the NFC East, NFC West, AFC North, and AFC West. He's in that Mahomes spot. Jill Lauvitz in the AFC South, Rick Pickett in the AFC East.
Okay, so Ryan, I know that from yesterday, if I remember this correctly, he said he's playing to get this Mahomes for his boy. Wants to get it for his son. So
okay.
You've been in the AFC West 3 times. I've seen you in the last 2 days. I'm going to wave some pixie dust on 13 and 27 here, Ryan, for this to be Mahomes. Let's see. It is 13 and 27, correct?
Mm-hmm. 13 and 27 are the box calls. Let's see what we got here in this wild card.
See what we got, Ryan.
We'll start with box 13. This is interesting. I'm going to have to read the little cheat sheet here. Or I don't even want to say cheat sheet. It's more of guidelines. Because there's an Uno card in here. And it's the Wild. The Uno Wild. The Wild card means there is a full-size helmet, a mini, and a jersey in one box.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So there are 3 items in here.
Very cool. It's kind of like the jackpot. We have the jackpot series.
I wonder if they're all the same person. They are not. They are not the same person.
So I think it's the full-size helmet that's gonna end up being the winner for this break.
Yes.
Okay.
So the full-size helmet will be the winner. We've got a. I'm gonna make sure I have this right. It's going to be a rep Jets lid, and it's going to be Joe Klecko on the Jets.
Go, Rick.
So that is going to be an AFC East hit. That is going to go to Rick Pickett. But Rick is also going to get a mini helmet of Emmitt Smith.
Damn.
So an Emmitt Smith mini is also coming Rick's way. And on top of all that,
a jersey.
There's going to be a jersey. Not just any jersey, though. It's the Hall of Famer Warren Moon.
That ain't bad.
On the clean, classic Oilers jersey.
That's sick.
So you got Joe Klecko on the Jets, on the rep lid. You got Emmitt Smith on the mini. And you got Warren Moon on the jersey. Congratulations to Rick.
Go, Rick.
And Rick, who missed out on the last break, but extended his congratulations to the winners, now gets 3 items.
Yeah. And that was that wild card entry, right?
With one spot. Yes, and that was the wild card That was the wild card on the Uno card there. 3 Hall of Fame players. Klecko, part of the Jets the famous New York Sack Exchange defense.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith, the only Cowboys player in franchise history to win MVP and the NFL's all-time leading rusher for yards in a career. And Warren Moon, the Hall of Famer, who was also a Grey Cup champion in the CFL. So, Rick, that is going to be 3 items headed your way.
Jeez.
And I'm going to have to be very delicate when putting all these back because there's 3 items that I got to sort out here.
A lot of congratulations to go around for Mr. Pickett. Hey, a 3-for-1, baby. That's a great deal. The only better 3-for-1 deal you could probably find is Triple Dipper at Chili's. You can find me at your local Chili's.
Yeah, this is better than the Triple Dipper.
Debatable. Yes, it definitely is. I'm just very biased towards Chili's, but
I love Chili's. Don't get me wrong.
One thing that's not Chili's is break room. This break room has been on fire this morning.
You're not getting an Emmitt Smith mini helmet in Chili's.
No, you're not. No, you are not. By the way, this is out of the. We've had 3 of these so far for the wild cards. This is the second one for Rick.
Okay.
He had a Bill Romanowski, Antonio Gates, and Kyron Williams trio. Which, by the way, for those that don't know,
not a bad trio to have.
We're going to be saying hello to Kyron Williams. At some point here today. We don't know when. Word is that he will not be on air with us, unfortunately, but we will have the Rams star running back here in studio later today. So we got 1 box down, if you want to call it one box.
I'm going to write this up for Rick.
Which, by the way, if you guys want to get in that wild card series, now is the time. We will be down to our final 4 boxes. 2 to go in that double, 3 to go in that single. So it looks like we'll probably run 2 more doubles and then 1 single. Or what? 1 more double and 2 singles.
1 more double and 2 singles.
So that is the final double coming up, guys, with 2 spots left to go. Love that Kyron one as well. Not bad for a wild card. Could not agree more, my friend. Which, by the way, you hooligans out there, when we do close this wild card, Sidney.
How did you assign it?
I just put 3 names.
Okay.
I put the 3. Yeah. So if you want to just put like last names, then that's
I'm gonna
cool.
put all 3 names.
Yeah. So for you folks to know, we do have a brand new series actually at the conclusion of this wild card series. So again, not only are you winning in the breaks, you're also rewarding yourselves by getting 30 new boxes in the break.
All right. So let's see. We still have a box in this break to do.
Yes. Yes, we do.
That'll be box number 27. So box 27.
27.
Completing out this wild card double. Again, we've got only 1 more double after this.
With 1 spot to go.
1 spot to go in that last double. Let's see who we have. Who we have in here? No Uno card. Tells you it's gonna be something good. Ryan, we tried to manifest it for you. It's not gonna be Patrick Mahomes though.
But
I don't think you're gonna be too disappointed with this one. It's Jamar Chase, the former Triple Crown winner, on the old school Bengals lid. One side's got the current Bengals logo, the other side, the old school Bengals logo. Jamar Chase, arguably the NFL's greatest receiver at the moment, the number 1 guy, the former Triple Crown winner, guy who's expected to have a huge season for the Bengals. He is coming to you on this sort of creamsicle Bengals speed flex.
beautiful.
Congratulations, Ryan. Jamar Chase headed your way.
Big round of applause, right, guy. Again, obviously, you're in this break to look for Mahomes, understandably so, but hey, man, a retro custom Jamar Chase, that is very, very rare piece of memorabilia right there. Honestly, a little epic foreshadowing, probably my hit of the show so far.
Okay.
I think it's probably the nicest lid we have on the table.
We still have some show to go.
Yeah, that is until the Mahomes comes out. So
we still have some show to go, but yeah.
Yeah, so Ryan, again, very, very nice. And by the way, let's say when this Mahomes does pop out, which by the way, Chimay, we are going to have double number 11 coming up here.
Okay.
Shout out to Sean Alexi for closing this out. Mahomes is going to pop out. We're down to our final 4 boxes here, so he is going to come out at some point. Whoever ends up winning that, again, do I think that Patrick Mahomes Eclipse Authentic is near value for the Jamar Chase? I think it's a lot closer than you might think. And again, maybe somebody that wins this Mahomes, Ryan, might already have a Patrick Mahomes or multiple Mahomes, and they don't have Jamar Chase. So again,
this is a pretty compelling trade chip.
Yeah. For
if
sure.
I may say so
For sure.
myself. So Jamar will stay on the table, and I think we can put Kyle Pitts away.
It's been real. It's been fun. Hasn't been real fun, Kyle.
Move Pickens up here. Move Chase to the side. Great stuff in this 9 a.m. show. We're just pulling out great lids. We're trying to knock out this series, and we've done a pretty good job of it so far.
Yeah.
So we'll keep it rolling. Might as well keep it rolling. Wild card double number 11. So that'll be Rick Pickett, Jill Labovitz, Eric Zaffran, Taylor Strack, and Sean Alexi. Wild card double number 11. Give me 2 box numbers for wild card double number 11. Again, Rick Pickett, Jill Labovitz, Eric Zaffran, Taylor Strack, and Sean Alexi. Jill in the chat right away. 20 and 28. 20 and 28 both available. 20 and 28 are both available, so we will do both of those, both valid box calls there. To the randomizer we go, 7 times around. Good luck, everybody. Eric Zaffran, you've got the NFC North as well as the AFC South and AFC West. So Eric in that Mahomes spot. Jill Labovitz, NFC South as well as the AFC North. Sean Alexi in the NFC East. Rick Pickett in the NFC West. Taylor Strack in the AFC East in that Breece Hall spot. See where we're at here. Box 20. The first box. This break, box 20. And folks, I would, how many spots are left in that single?
As of right now, 3.
3 spots left in that single box. If this box is not, or if this item is not Mahomes or Breece Hall, I would jump into that single.
Yeah.
Because we know that more than likely one of those items will come out in that single.
100%.
So there's not going to be a Uno card in here. Because this is an authentic helmet. It's an authentic helmet for a player who will go down in NFL lore.
Okay.
Go down in NFL lore. Might not have had the most storied career, but sometimes all it takes is one play to write your name in sports history. Malcolm Butler on the Patriots authentic helmet. That is going to be an AFC East hit, and that is going to go to Taylor Strack. Taylor, congratulations on a piece of sports history.
Very cool.
Everybody knows, every football fan knows who Malcolm Butler is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The arguably the most famous defensive play in Super Bowl history. That
Tom Brady doesn't win a 7th Super Bowl without Malcolm Butler.
No. Tom Brady doesn't have a lot of Super Bowls without a lot of things going his way. Not throwing shade on the GOAT in any way, shape, or form. That's
Cheesy Bruce saying should have run the ball.
Should have ran the damn ball. Yeah, and Seahawks fans have been crying that for over a decade. But you know what? I think they're sitting pretty right now.
I think they're happy.
I was going to say, I think they're in a very good spot right now, Seahawks fans.
They're in a good spot.
They got the redemption against the Patriots, ironically, this past year. So shout out to them for that.
Yeah,
But Malcolm Butler.
Took a little over a decade, but they got their win.
Now, Malcolm Butler did get paid handsomely by Tennessee
He did.
after his stint in New England. So that play went a long way for Malcolm Butler's career. But again, he will never have to pay for a drink in Foxborough for the rest of his life.
So we know now that next single box has a very strong possibility of being either Breece Hall or Patrick Mahomes. So I would get those spots in that single.
Which is why Ryan closed it out.
Right now. Yep. So that single will be coming up.
Yes, it will be. Shout out to you guys. Again, this is why I love the break room, especially with so many veterans that we got. It's exactly how you play the break room. The second Shin may open that box, the next one is closed.
Mm-hmm. So we'll put Malcolm away here. Write that up for Taylor.
That did not have an Uno
Did not
card.
have an Uno card. Did not have an Uno card in it.
Probably because it's an authentic.
It's an authentic helmet,
Yeah.
so it did not have an Uno card.
Yeah. Authentics obviously worth more than replicas.
Box 28, the second box in this wild card double. Put this in there for Taylor. So Malcolm Butler.
Now Taylor in the situation also, right? Hidden gem Malcolm Butler, Breece
Possibility
Hall.
of doubling up if this is indeed Breece Hall. So yeah, you don't have to necessarily double up with just headliners. I've seen double ups with 2 hidden gems as well. So
yeah,
winners are winners. This box does have an Uno card though.
Okay, there you go, Taylor.
It is a yellow card.
If it is for Taylor.
It's a yellow card, and it's going to be 10 times the value of the card.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I'll wait to reveal that.
Not going to reveal your hand.
Not going to reveal the hand just yet. We're going to see who the item's going to.
Yeah, Jill, the last single just closed out. Give me a second.
Taylor was questioning Malcolm Butler not having an Uno card. But he's going to get an opportunity to get some store credit because this is actually probably one of the cleaner reps. It's a Breece Hall replica.
Oh wow, there you go.
But it's those new reps that we've been getting. And it's got the jet on the front, that Top Gun looking fighter jet.
That is clean.
Breece Hall on the black rep. That is going to go to you, Taylor. That's a double up.
Wow.
And by the way, yellow Uno card, so times 10 on the store credit. It's an 8.
$80.
8 times 10 is $80, my friend. $80 headed your way, along with Breece Hall on the rep and Malcolm Butler on the authentic. And Taylor, he only had one spot in that break.
Making out like a bandit.
He only had one spot in that break, and he got it done.
Well, the great Marshall Mathers once said. Now Taylor Strack says it. You only need one shot. Do not miss your chance to go, and he didn't miss. Taylor said, if you come at the king, you better not miss. And Taylor Strack, the king of wild card double break number 11, and Breece Hall, maybe the king of New York for the New York Jets. Again, got paid handsomely on his extension. Aaron Glenn trying to revamp that offense. Obviously, it's been a very, very tough last number of years, for quite a while for the Jets, I should say. But Breece Hall, one of the few bright spots in that organization. Hopefully they can start building a competent offense around him.
So. We know at some point Mahomes is going to come out here because his break is closing, so I am going to put Breece Hall away.
Okay, so what we got there, so we got this single coming up. So we got 4 Jill Labovitz's, 1 Rick Pickett, 3 Ryan Manuel's, and that last single, no competitors. Taylor said, give me my last box. He bought out the entire last single.
All right.
So, all right.
See what happens here.
Let's see what happens. Wow. So no matter what, we're going to have a new series coming up before the end of this show.
We're going to have a new series coming up at some point. So wild card number 3, here we go.
What's going on, Kavor? Good morning to you, Common. What's going on,
how's
homie?
it going?
Common up before 12 o'clock on a weekend. This is breaking news.
Yeah,
I'm kidding, of
Common,
course.
my new Mizzou Tiger favorite is actually a Green Bay Packers member, Chris McClellan. Chris McClellan is on the Packers, and some Bears fans saw Tyron Hopper in the playoff game. Tyron Hopper had the interception, and Tyron Hopper should play a bigger role this season with Quay Walker down, or not down but out.
McClellan was a second-day pick, right?
McClellan was a I believe he was a 3rd round pick.
Oh, 3rd round pick. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so he was a day 3, or so he was a day 2 selection, but he was a 3rd round pick because they took Brandon Cisse in the 2nd round, the corner out of South Carolina, and they took McClellan there in the 3rd round. But yeah, I don't need to root for the Jets for Mizzou guys, Common. I've got my Mizzou Packers with me. And you got, Mizzou Bears fans have a Mizzou guy in Luther Burden who's who's supposed to have a big year. So we got some Mizzou guys coming up in the NFL.
Still waiting for that Damari Carroll jersey.
Damari Carroll, the Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog, yeah.
Let's get to wild card number 3, though.
Hell yeah.
Let's get to wild card number 3. So Jill Labovitz, Rick Pickett, Ryan Manuel, wild card number 3.
keep in mind, guys, because again, we are going to have a brand new series at the conclusion of this wild card series that I will drop at the end of it.
There are only 2 box numbers.
Yeah.
So I'll let you call it 17. Here we go.
There you go, 17. There it is.
17. So no box number required for Taylor on the last box.
And then let me just kind of get Rick some cash him out, because shout out to Rick. He did just get a spot on the double and quad of that Indy 500.
Okay. Very cool. We'll randomize here 7 times around.
Feel like
Jill Lavitz, you've got the NFC North as well as the NFC West and AFC North. Ryan Manuel, you've got the NFC South as well as the NFC East and AFC South. And Rick Pickett, you've got the AFC West. So Rick is in the Mahomes spot if it is indeed the Mahomes. But if it's a hidden gem, then Taylor has got the Mahomes in the next spot.
17, right?
It's box 17. Box 17. Here we go. And I just want to say, Taylor has been in the break room a decent amount, so he understands this. But the veteran move from Taylor to buy out that last break, because it's basically a 50-50 shot, right? This either is Mahomes or isn't.
I got, yeah.
But very smart move to buy out that last break there.
My blood is pumping right now.
Lot of nerves going on. Lot of nerves going on.
One shot for Rick, 50-50 chance of getting him.
Here we go. Wild card number 3. A lot of nervous energy in the break room on this Saturday morning. When there's nervous energy in the building, there's only one guy you want at the helm. It is
1-5.
Patrick Mahomes on the authentic. That is going to go to Rick Pickett. Congratulations, Rick. You are coming away with Patrick Mahomes on the Eclipse Authentic for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Unbelievable stuff. Congrats, Mr. Pickett. Craziness in the break room. Rick Pickett, 1 shot, 1 kill. That's all he needed.
Big congratulations to Rick. Great stuff, man. Patrick Mahomes here, 1-5. Just wanted to thank you personally for always believing in me, for always chasing after me.
Awesome stuff, man. Multiple-time MVP, multiple-time Super Bowl winner, still considered the greatest player in the sport today at the quarterback position, the baby goat, whatever you want to call him. Eclipse Authentic, going home to Rick Pickett. I love
one
Eclipse.
spot. That's all it takes.
I love Eclipses on anything, Chinmay, but that black and red combination for the Chiefs with the red ink,
it's nice.
that is gorgeous.
They don't wear these. They don't wear this uniform combo. They probably should. It could be like a Halloween. This could be like the Halloween theme that they wear.
Ooh, I like that. So now, Taylor, for what we got here. Again, this is how the, as they like to say, the cookie crumbles. But Taylor guaranteed that last hidden gem, of course. And again, somebody that's still going to have a lot of value there for you, my friend.
Absolutely, yeah. So Taylor, it didn't work out this time, but a smart move to buy into that last single, because 50-50 shot you had at Mahomes.
Hey, he's still doubled up in that last spot.
He's doubling up, and he's coming away with an item here. Let's see. We will.
Honestly, I could here.
We'll remove the TJ Watt.
Okay. I'll keep.
Or
TJ.
we'll keep TJ out there.
I'll keep him.
All right, we'll keep TJ out there. Got 7 helmets on the board. We've put some great ones away as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to add an 8th helmet here in wild card number 4. So no need to randomize, no need to ask for a box call, because it's all going to Taylor. It's box 30, the last box of the series. Wild card number 4. Taylor, let's see what's headed your way here in this last box. There is an Uno card in here. So there's an Uno card, and the Uno card is going to be a wheel spin. It's going to be a wheel spin.
Cool.
Unfortunately, the number is 1, so you're not going to get a multiplier on the wheel spin, but you will get a wheel spin. So I'm going to do that first.
Sounds
so 1 to
good.
100 wheel. So Taylor, whatever this lands on will spin we'll give you that in store credit. There's unfortunately no multiplier because there was a 1 on the red. I'm going to start it at 1.
Yep. By the way, just a quick heads up for you, my friend. Speaking of wheel spins, we just closed out our first Weekend Warrior single.
Okay.
So that'll be a Chase wheel spin at the end of the show.
Oh, it's going to be a big number.
Okay.
It's going to be a big number. 79. $79.
That plays.
And I believe he had $80 of store credit with the Breece Hall.
Yeah.
With the 8 and the yellow 10 multiplier. So we basically gave him $159 of store credit along with some great memorabilia. And we're going to add to that with one more item here. I hope you like current players, Taylor. And I hope you like current running backs. A guy who I think is going to have another big-time season with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's Chase Brown.
Nice.
On the classic Bengals rep lid. That is going to be Chase Brown going to Taylor Strack along with $79 in store credit. Congratulations to Taylor. Congratulations to everybody who was a winner and who played in that wild card series. We have knocked that series out. We will have a new series coming for you guys after this, but an absolutely amazing collection of helmets here for this 9 a.m. show. Give yourselves a round of applause for knocking this series out as I write this up here for Taylor.
Way to go, kings and queens out there. Way to go, everybody. Big pat on the back. See, I would give myself a pat on the back, but I have a T-Rex wingspan, so it's very hard for me, but I wish I could pat each and every one of you on the back. Awesome stuff. Hey, a Mahomes chase coming down to the second to last box.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome stuff right there. Yeah, Common said that we gave away so much money on those 2 Uno wheel spins. I had a 4 times wheel spin of 85, so it's 340 and 184 since there was 92. We just gave away money. There's 2 things that we are good at here at Ultimate Autographs. It's giving out the best sports memorabilia and giving away money. Just do not tell Matt about that. You do not need to know who Matt is. Just do not tell Matt about it, and we will be fine. Do not ask.
You need to know who he is so you don't tell him specifically.
That's all we need to know is that Matt, hopefully he's a busy guy on the weekends, and he does not tune into these programs. So, but that series is closed, and can I see the Breece Hall again?
Yeah. We got the Breece Hall somewhere here.
Yeah, I could go get that Breece.
Away,
I'll pull the Breece Hall out. You said 79 for Taylor, correct?
79 for Taylor. Chase Brown, we'll put Chase away.
Okay.
You do have a Weekend Warrior you said coming up, right?
That is ready for you. And on top of that as well, when we're done with that Weekend Warrior, if we can catch our breaths, we do have that brand new Vault series that is up on the website.
Very cool. All right, so we'll do this Weekend Warrior, then I'll go through the Vault because that is going to probably take us right up to that 11 o'clock hour. And we will go a little bit over if breaks are still happening, but want to give you guys a chance at that Vault series just to see what's in there, and then we'll reassess where we're at after this Weekend Warrior break. So, Weekend Warrior number 1. Give me a box number. That is going to be Joanne Capsa, Jose Garza, Rick Pickett, Jill Lavovitz, John Strack, 40 Glenn, and Dustin Aronson. Give me a box number. And here's the Breece Hall for Taylor on that rep lid. As you see Rob like shimmying and motioning in the product cam and in the main break cam. But there's Breece Hall on the rep for you.
That's nice.
Very well done.
How'd you describe that middle stripe?
It's almost like a camo, but it's not quite. It has a very different pattern to it.
Yeah.
Tough to tell. But I do love I love that sleek jet on the front. And Breece Hall, big part of that offense, big part of that future for the Jets. Cheesy Brew, I believe that's John. He's saying 21. So 21 will be available because this will be the first box in this series. So we closed out Wild Card. So I'll take Wild Card off the ticker.
And then Vault 1 through 30 if you want to do that.
Yep.
I feel like we haven't seen a Vault in quite a while.
It's been a minute. Vault 1 through 30 will be added, but 21 should be good. Yes. Randomizing 7 times around. We've unlocked another wheel spin. So that's good. Dustin Aronson You've got Patriots, Phillies, Raptors, as well as Saints, NASCAR, and Cubs. So he's in the Brady and the Breeze spot. Joanne Capsa, you got Packers, White Sox, and Red Wings. So that is going to be the Jordan Love spot. 40 Glenn, you got Angels, WWE, and Pistons. Jose Garza's got Colts, Braves, Lakers, and Blues. So that'll be the Tyler Warren spot. Jill Labovitz has got Sosa McGuire, Bruins, New York Giants, and I believe that is the, music. So maybe there's some Taylor Swift lurking around as a hidden gem. Who knows? The Nationals, F1. I wonder if we got an F1.
Yeah.
LA Kings and Yankees. That is going to be a John Strack spot. And A's, Knicks, Boxing, and Suns. That is going to be Rick Pickett.
Wow.
Box 21 in the new Weekend Warrior. Here we go, folks.
Since this is Indy 500, I hate to pass this along, but this just came in through ESPN here. So they actually diagnosed what happened with Kyle Busch, unfortunately, with his sudden passing. It was severe pneumonia that developed into sepsis. So the complications sped up rapidly. So just a really tragic moment for Kyle Busch. So really tough stuff there. But what do we got, Jim?
It's going to be a Hall of Famer. It's going to go to Jose Garza.
Nice.
It's a jersey. It's an Adam Oates jersey. It's an Adam Oates jersey on the St. Louis Blues. He's got the Hall of Fame 2012 inscription on there. Jose Garza, you've got Adam Oates on the St. Louis Blues jersey with the Hall of Fame inscription. Congratulations. Great way to kick off this Weekend Warrior series.
You know, when I think of the Indy 500, Trinidad, the only thing I think of is Blues hockey.
Yeah.
It's always the first thing I think of. But no, seriously, for Jose, I believe Jose actually got us started off in the series, I believe.
Okay.
I think it was either him or Joanne Capsa. So, again, early bird getting the worm only makes sense.
Credit, yeah.
A little, yeah, exactly. $25 as well.
As well as the item.
Yeah, which is really, really great. So speaking of, Jill just got the party started in the next single, so $25 going to her. But for, Adam Oates, one of the most underrated players of his era, one of the best assist men in NHL history. Mm-hmm. And where's Greg Lombardi at? Greg, a great member of our staff here. Every time I see Greg, he's got some sort of Blues apparel on him. So donde está Greg?
All right.
But congratulations to
We'll take
Jose.
a quick look at the break page here. It's 10:48, so we've got at least another 12 minutes or so before we start to think about potentially wrapping things up. We're 5 to go in that Weekend Warrior double box. So if you want to add your name to that Chase wheel spin, that would be a potentially good place to target if we can close out that break. Rob talking about the end zone vault, and let's jump into this vault, please, because I'm seeing an item. I'm seeing that LaDainian Tomlinson speed flex. We're just gonna loop this for 12 minutes to close things out. Let's get this out on the table, please. Let's get this out on the table by the end of the day today. LaDainian Tomlinson on the custom speed flex. I promise that this item will make it to you if you do win it. That much I can promise you. We've also got what looks like to be Terry Bradshaw. No. It is Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw on the custom Steelers speed flex. It almost looks like a Chiefs lid. It almost looks like a Chiefs lid with that yellow and red. But that is Terry Bradshaw on the custom Steelers speed flex. And we have Jamar Chase on a custom Bengals lid. This one actually has a little bit of that paintball drip to it, unlike the one that we have on the table here. The one on the table here does not have this sort of paintball look, but a lot of great stuff in this vault. Barry Sanders, Drew Brees, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, TJ Watt, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Jefferson all in here as photoed headliners. And then secondary headliners, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, and another young tight end. We have Tyler Warren in the Weekend Warrior. We've got Colston Loveland in this vault. So go ahead and jump in that vault. You still got the vault keys as well. Vault keys offer store credit up to, I believe, $300. $300 has one of the vault keys in store credit value. So $106 for a spot. Let's get this LT out here. Let's get LT and Drew Brees in the same break. Come on, let's get LT and Drew Brees out here. Reunite those Chargers. What could have been. A little bit of nostalgia here on Memorial Day weekend would be nice. Would be nice for me. So where are we headed to Next, folks, Den McKeon saying, come on, guys, let's close out the minis. That mini double, I believe, is 2 to go. I'll double check here on the page. 2 to go in that mini. 2 to go in that mini on the double. Otherwise, we are pretty open. 4 to go in that multi-sport single. 4 to go in that Weekend Warrior double. Taylor is saying it's not allowing store credits. What's not allowing store credits, but give it some time potentially to process.
When you're checking out, I'm assuming you mean it's not your store credit isn't valid. Obviously, Taylor, you've used store credit a million times over. I think it's always in the. It'll always pop up as an option for you with the store credit you have at checkout when you load up your card.
Yeah. Just give it a few minutes. Let the transactions go through. Let the credit be assessed. Let it all go through, and then try again.
Well, you know what they say about the internet. It isn't perfect. So close out of the tab. It says my credit is $0. Let me check your account real quick on my end, Tay, because I do want to see. Because I did just, I sent you that 79. Let me refresh this myself and see real quick.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Thanks for the heads up, though. I will.
Thanks for flagging that. We'll definitely figure it out for sure.
Thank you, my friend.
As we kind of sort through that, we got a collection of 7 lids.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't want to say crazy because it's a very great collection of lids that we had here in this morning, but not very common that you see that for the 9 a.m. show. Which again, shout out to all the people who jumped in early and got things started early on this Saturday.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna go 7 through 1 here, and this is tough because the Mahomes is not a speed flex, and there are some really cool speed flexes out on the table. So I'm gonna start 7 through 4. I'm gonna give the bottom 4, and then we'll go 3 through 1 to rank things out, to close things out.
You got a lot of new friends up here.
Yeah,
a lot of great friends.
So 7 through 4. So I'm gonna go 7 T.J. Watt, 6 George Pickens, 5 Rob Gronkowski, and I think I'm gonna go 4 Jamar Chase.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my 7 through 4.
Okay. I'll go Pickens 7. I will go T.J. Watt 6, Gronkowski 5.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes 4. I'm gonna go Mahomes Eclipse 4. I'm doing it. Only time I'll ever put Mahomes number 4 in
cool
any
guy
ranking.
in a Jeep saying good morning, Chinmay Robin. All good morning to you. 2 store credits, 79 came through. Yeah, there was an 80
Was
as
the
well.
80?
So
Did
just
the
go
80
through
not
the
go through?
log.
Yeah, no, I
there.
see it, but yeah, let me see. Yeah, the 80 didn't go through. That's
All right, okay.
All right.
So we'll add the 80 as well.
That's on me then. My apologies.
So, Taylor, you should be all sorted out there. Den McKeon keeping us hopping on those minis, saying 1 to go in the minis.
Yep,
so
1 to go there.
We should definitely be able to knock out that mini double here to at least close things out. Yeah, no problem, Taylor. We got you.
Thank you, Taylor.
Appreciate you flagging it so we can get things going on our end.
Minis.
So the minis are done. Minis are done. So we'll get the minis going here, and then we'll close out our hits of the show and reassess where we're at as far as wrapping things up and potentially signing off. But we'll do that mini double here. We'll see where we're at after that. So mini double coming up for you guys. A phenomenal job here on this 9 a.m. show.
Yeah,
Lots of great stuff on the desk. First of all, lots of great stuff. And then lots of great series that we've tapped into. We did a jersey, we did a mini, we knocked out this wild card. We're going into the vault. Taylor is saying taking the kids ice skating. Yep.
Nice.
Have a good time with that. Great time, as always, good wins. Yep, good wins for Taylor, good wins for Jill, good wins for Rick. A lot of great stuff going around in this break.
And just a quick PSA for my guy, Michael, just a heads up, Mike. You are the only person buying into that double number 1 right now for the jerseys. As soon as those next 7 spots fill up, then that break will happen, my friend. It can happen in between shows. We always like to call those pre-fills because Chinmay and I will be back at the 12 o'clock hour Central Time here. So we'll take about an hour or so hiatus, and hopefully that'll be ready for you at the 12 o'clock hour.
So mini double number 6. Give me 2 box numbers. Darth Vinny, William Manor, Devin Schindele, Dennis McKeon, Kurt Terwilliger. Kurt, if you're in the chat, let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And Eric Burns. You guys are all in this break. Give me 2 box numbers in those minis so we can get this break underway. And we do have a wheel spin. So we will do the wheel spin after we do
ready for you.
The rest of the hits.
17 and
so
wheel
Dennis
from
is
Den.
saying 17 and wheel. 17 is a valid box call. So we will do 17 and we will do the wheel. And Eric, at least the wheel is common for you both. So that's good. So 1 through 40, I believe, on the minis for the wheel.
Yep. So assuming this is our last break, this is something that Com and I do at the end of every Tuesday show that him and I do together, Chinmay. You want to take a guess at what the box count is for this show?
Okay. 33 on the minis, and 33 is available. So it'll be 17 and 33.
Sounds good.
For this mini break. We've done a lot of boxes, and I'm seeing some boxes here as well.
Including these 2 minis.
Including the 2 minis, I'm gonna say 15. Including the 2 minis.
So it was 15, but you got to include the 2 minis.
Oh, 17. Okay.
17, yeah. So great show.
Really great show. We'll hope to keep it going this whole weekend, this whole Saturday for you guys with this Weekend Warrior. So we'll see if we can pull some more headliners here for you guys to wrap up this show, and then we will wrap up the hits of the show, give you the wheel spin, and then potentially call it a day. And see you back here at noon. But we got this mini double coming up. So box 17 to start things off. But we got to randomize first. So randomize 7 times around for everybody. So Kurt, you've got the NFC North. Darth Vinny has got the NFC South as well as the NFC West. Eric Burns, you've got the NFC East. Den McKeon has got the AFC North. Devin Schindele has got the AFC South as well as the AFC East. And William Manor has got the AFC West. We start out with box 17 in the minis. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. It's going to be a headliner. It's going to be a guy who is supposed to stop by later today. He's not going to be on air, but he's going to be in the UA offices. It's Kyron Williams.
Kyron!
The Rams running back. That is going to go to Darth Vinny in the NFC West. Kyron Williams on the mini. Headed your way. Congratulations, Darth.
Yeah, he was a 2-headed monster. Him and Blake Corum last year, one of the best running back tandems in the sport. 3 straight seasons of 1,200 yards or more out of the backfield from Kyron. Pro Bowler this past season. And look, Matthew Stafford just got paid handsomely for a 1-year contract extension, the reigning MVP. But make no mistake about it, outside of Puka Nacua, I know Devontae Adams led the league in touchdowns, but you could argue that Kyron Williams was really his number 2 option all season long, out of the backfield, running and receiving. The kid can do it all.
So Darth, that is headed your way. We'll see if Darth can double up here in this mini double. Box 33. The second box in this mini break. We're not short on headliners and we're not short on tape. The 2 things that we're not short on here at UA. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Kurt, I hope you're a Packers fan because we got a Packers mini, and it's a name that we don't see too often in the break room, but one of my favorite Packers in a recent memory. It's Randall Cobb.
Oh, nice.
On the Packers mini. Randall Cobb, that is headed your way. Congratulations, Kurt, on the Randall Cobb mini helmet. I always, I remember 2 things about Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb, I believe, took his second kickoff return of his career, either for a touchdown or for like 90 yards or something. And, of course, the famous Aaron Rodgers to Randall Cobb play on 4th down that won the Packers I believe it won them the division.
And who was that against again?
And a spot in the playoffs. That is going to be against the Chicago Bears.
Oh, yeah. That had to feel really, really good. Really good.
It did. So congratulations, Kurt. Randall Cobb on the mini headed your way.
Shout out to you guys. And again, 17 breaks in the 9 a.m. show. Look, Chinmay and I, we usually like to divulge into a lot of different conversations and topics.
And no time.
No time to breathe.
No one wanted to hear our thoughts. No one wanted to hear our thoughts.
Shut up and break, they said. Shut up and break. So, yeah, awesome stuff led right up to the 11 o'clock hour as of right now. Again, we're getting pretty close on a Weekend Warrior. 3 to go in the single, 2 to go in the double there.
Right, so 3 to go in the Weekend Warrior single, 2 to go in the Weekend Warrior double. Again, we'll do our hits of the show, but I will close. It's 11 o'clock. I'll close the wheel spin at 11:05. So I'll give you guys 5 more minutes here if you want to buy in. Because the Weekend Warrior is the chase, I'll give you guys 5 more minutes to buy into the Weekend Warrior single and double. Again, Rob was saying 3 to go in that single, 2 to go in that double.
Yep.
So if we can close out one of those breaks, we will add you guys to the chase wheel spin, but I will cut that off at 11:05. So top 3, we did 4 through 7 each of us on the hits of the show here. And my top 3 are Marino, Mahomes, and Julio Jones left. That's who I have left in my top 3. Even though Jamar was a speed flex, I put Jamar at 4. I'm going to go in that exact order that I named them. I'm going to go Julio Jones at 3. I'm going to go Mahomes at 2. And I'm going to go Dan Marino at 1.
Deserving.
Give me that Marino helmet here.
All yours.
You can't see it as well on the camera. You can actually see it better on this bigger camera than you can on the product cam, but you can see it's like a light blue visor that just plays very nicely on that white Merino helmet. This is a really nice one, and one that honestly we might just have to keep out here until Rip gets here, because he's got to see this. Dan Marino, but that is number 1 for me on the show. Rob, what are you thinking for your top 3?
I excluded Patty from the top 3 club, which doesn't happen.
Out of the top 3.
Which doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't happen often, but deserved, I think, with the helmets that we have on the table.
I will put Jamar at my 3 because I've seen a retro Jamar before. Okay. However, Dan is going to finish number 2 for me, Dan Marino. I got to go with the Julio Jones. The
Red Lightning.
The Red Lightning. I've never seen a Falcons custom like that one before, Chinmay, so I got to give my man Julio some love. The future Hall of Famer Julio Jones.
Future Hall of Famer Julio Jones, the retro custom with some grayscale and Red Lightning here. And that's going to, I don't know if that nickname will catch on for anyone else in the break room, but every time I see Julio Jones in the break room, I'm going to say Red Lightning because it's a very apt description for how Julio Jones played. And Rob is absolutely correct. Future Hall of Famer Julio Jones coming out in the break room. So let's see where we're at here on the break page. That Weekend Warrior again, or any other break that could close potentially. 2 to go in the single, 2 to go in the double. It's been a phenomenal 9 a.m. show. Shout out to all of you guys. As Rip says a lot, you guys are the architects of the show. You guys have a great show for yourselves, and that is exactly what happened at 9 a.m. Got a wheel spin list building here, and we will... Right now, it's only got that 1 break, but if we can close another one out, I'm more than happy to add to the names. So we'll give you guys another couple minutes here. 11:04 on the clock. Again, I said I'd cut off that wheel spin at 11. We're only 1 to go in that Weekend Warrior single. We're only 1 to go in that Weekend Warrior single, so we should definitely be able to knock that one out and get some names in there and get a wheel spin going.
Shout out to Michael, who's been with us throughout the whole show, the new guy. He just brought that down to 1.
Okay.
And then let's see Dustin Aronson. Of course he did. He closed it out, Chinmay. So.
All right, so we will have this Weekend Warrior will be coming up.
1 final race.
And we will see what comes out of this box. And then we will reassess because the Weekend Warrior double is only 2 to go. So we'll reassess after this single box and see where we're at as far as the break room. But appreciate you guys keeping us on here a little bit longer. And we're more than happy to get this break going. So Weekend Warrior, this will be single number 2.
Correct. And again, folks, do not sleep on that vault going into the 12 o'clock hour. That is the brand new series that has replaced the prior one that we just had in that wonderful Wildcard Uno series. That was the debut of that series. The vault is a long-time fixture. Just like the Wild Card Uno series, you have 6 different opportunities to get yourself store credit back in the terms of vault keys. A lot of great stuff. You saw Chinmay go through that. Custom LaDainian Tomlinson and Terry Bradshaw, Jamar Chase speed flexes. How about a guy that we haven't seen a whole lot of, Jalen Hurts, on a great speed flex as well. Barry Sanders speed flex. And Mike Evans on his brand new team on that beautiful retro 49ers lid. Bobby Boulay, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa and Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
Good commercial reference.
Good,
there, Bob.
very
we
good.
Appreciate it. But who's the tan and who's the auto body?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have my guesses. What do we got for that guess? Or that number,
I don't see who's in the break.
How about that? Sham just got a coaching job in the NBA.
Wow.
That's funny. Let's go.
Where'd you set up this break? I don't see.
Sorry about that.
Weekend Warrior single number two. Number 2.
Oy.
Weekend Warrior single number 2. Rob needs more time at the spa.
You're not kidding.
All right. So Rob is Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa. I am Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
Oh. Yes, I do. See, I forgot to put in the list of names there because I'm already checked out. I'm already thinking I'm at the spa. All right, let's see here. Order log. All right. Those are the names.
Very cool. All right, so Jill Labovitz, Rick Pickett, Jose Garza, 40 Glenn, Jesse Marhofer, Rick Pickett, and Michael Riza, and Dustin Aronson. Yep, that's 8 names. So Weekend Warrior number 2. Give me a box number. These names will also be added to the wheel spin. So we're adding to the wheel spin there. Jill is saying 24. And I believe 24 should be good.
24. Michael just got beat out. Michael, you're going to lose to Jill a lot on the box scores, just so you know.
Yeah, 24 is good. So 24 is good. Michael, we don't need another one. It's only 1 box. We appreciate the enthusiasm, though. That much for sure we appreciate.
Some might say you need a curb.
We'll randomize here 7 times around. Dustin Aronson, you've got Patriots, Phillies, Raptors. 40 Glenn has got Saints, NASCAR, Cubs. Jesse Marhofer has got Packers, White Sox, Red Wings. Jose Garza has got Angels, WWE, and Pistons. Rick Pickett, you've got Colts, Braves, Lakers, Blues, as well as Nationals, F1, LA Kings, and Yankees. Jill Labovitz has Sosa McGuire, Bruins, New York Giants, and music. And Michael Riza's got A's, Knicks, boxing, and Suns.
Yep.
So move Julio off to the side. We'll keep you there. He was the number 1 of the show.
Back in the nest.
This will be box 24. As per the box call, let's see what we got in here.
Good luck, good luck. Second Weekend Warrior.
Second Weekend Warrior.
Be
All
part of
these
the
names will
Chase
be
wheel
added
spin.
to the wheel spin at the end of the show. We'll see whether we do that after this break or if we got another one coming. We're both NBA fans, Rob.
We are.
So it feels right to end on a basketball. And I'm going to pull the display out
Oh,
for this one.
okay. Flux on him.
I am very surprised
There's no
that this man is not a headliner. But this just tells you how deep the UA bag is,
Oh.
especially when it comes to basketball. I hope you're a fan of the bad boy Pistons, because this is Joe Dumars on the basketball. That is going to be a Pistons hit, and that is going to go to Jose Garza. Jose, you've got Joe Dumars, a member of the Bad Boys. This bag is like super glued onto this basketball for some reason.
Witness protection.
Joe Dumars with the Beckett Old School Cert and the Bad Boy Pistons Hall of Famer.
Well, it's funny how you said that, it was
And
super
a Finals
glued.
MVP, I believe Joe Dumars was.
Yeah, 1989 Finals MVP, back-to-back champions in 1988, 1989. Old school Bad Boy Pistons. Hey, it's funny. Who did I just mention that Shamgar got hired by? The New Orleans Pelicans. No, right before this break. And, of course, Joe Dumars is currently their president of basketball operations. Still don't know why he traded an unprotected pick for Derek Queen, but we will see how that goes in this upcoming draft. But
We'll see what happens.
Joe Dumars, the player, Chinmay, 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, one of the best defensive guards of all time, 5-time All-Defensive Team, and as I just mentioned, the back-to-back champion. He was a Detroit Piston for his illustrious 14-year career. This guy, I mean, if he played modern day again, he averaged 16 points per game in one of the dead ball-ish eras of the NBA.
Yeah.
This guy was the definition of a true two-way stud.
Yeah,
Great mustache,
absolutely a
too.
star player. And he was taken, late first or mid to late first round. Wasn't sort of heralded as this, top pick, but went to a team that was gearing up for a championship run and slowly became a big part of that starting lineup. When you talk about the Bad Boy Pistons, Joe Dumars, a very big part of that story, and really nice basketball as well. Indoor, outdoor, it's got Adam Silver as the commissioner, unfortunately, instead of David Stern. That would have really made it cool.
I was like, damn, Silver catching strays. Okay.
If it was David Stern, it would have really made it cool because he was the commissioner at the time.
For sure.
But Joe Dumars, a Bad Boy Piston, to potentially close out this 9 a.m. show. We'll see where we're at on the break page. Before we knock things out here. Yeah, we're still 2 to go in that Weekend Warrior double, so I'm going to leave that for the noon show. But we will do the wheel spin here. So the Chase wheel spin, that list is good. Thank you, Rob. We'll do the wheel spin. We'll see who gets their shot at some UA Store credit in this 9 a.m. show. 7 times around, everybody.
What's going on, Foogie? Good to see you, Fooglin. Got your boy TJ Watt up here.
It's gonna be Dustin Aronson.
DA.
And Dustin, he closed out this last break. So Dustin is going to be getting the wheel spin money there. So Dustin, if you're in the chat, let me know. Let me know where you are at here. Did not put that on the randomizer, but 7 times around, unfortunately, did not show that on the randomizer. That's my bad. But Dustin, you are the top spot there. 7 times around on the wheel spin. So we will go to, let me know a number to start at. Otherwise, they'll start at 1. But Dustin, you're getting store credit for this Weekend Warrior wheel spin. It's fitting that with all these helmets, a basketball ends up in front of me at the end of this show.
It's a great thing about the break room, man, especially you got a 2-hour time period typically. We went into OT
I'll
here.
write this up here for Jose before I forget.
Speaking of OT, the Spurs and Thunder, which I really want to talk to you about and get your thoughts about in the 12 o'clock hour.
We'll get there.
Well, maybe, because if it's anything like this,
anything like this, we may not get there. But we'll eventually get there.
Almost 20 boxes in the 9 a.m. show. That's pretty unprecedented for a 9 a.m. Saturday show. So, guys, you really knocked it out of the park, and we're looking for that same fervor. Again, brand new series up for y'all. Only 2 boxes done. Both of them hidden gems, keep in mind, in this Weekend Warrior, this show. So we got a lot of ground to cover, Jim.
Joe Dumars is a hidden gem. Please.
Ciao, please.
Yeah.
Hit him with the Ocho Cinco.
Let's spin this wheel. Let's spin this wheel.
Please. I like that. The disrespect. Joe would appreciate that.
It's going to be a good number. We're spinning some good numbers.
Oh, we're printing cash here.
72. 72 headed Dustin's way. So, Dustin, very compelling there. $72. Jump right back in to that Weekend Warrior, if you please. Rick saying, thanks, guys. Great show. No, thank you, Rick, for jumping in
Rick.
and coming away with some great merch. I believe Rick won that Patrick Mahomes in the second to last break of that wild card series. One spot as well. We appreciate you guys tuning in here at 9 a.m. We will see you on the other side of this break. For Rob, this is Chinmay. We will see you back here at noon. Thank you for a phenomenal morning show on this Saturday for Memorial Day weekend. Take care. We will see you guys